Silverback Chronicles podcast. It's your boy Big A's, got brother Dre.
Yo, what it is? Que lo que?
What's poppin'?
Que lo wa? Chillin'. Here.
Right.
Back for another phenomenal episode.
Absolutely. Triple C.
Yo.
What's good, baby?
Maintaining and chilling, bro.
All day, every day. People, we love you. We appreciate you. Listen, keep tuning in. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Don't forget, July 11th, our third annual goddamn law enforcement happy hour. It's going to be at the Fells Point Tavern on Thames Street. Bring a friend. Tell that friend to bring some more friends. Free drinks, free food, all in your boys in blue. Shout out to our brother Charlie Schultz, Berman, Sobin, and Gross. Listen, nobody's doing this the way we're doing it. Third annual. All right?
Yeah, anybody that's been on this podcast, how many episodes we got?
154.
154. You've been on this podcast, show up, because it's for y'all as well. Come through, shake hands, let's drink, let's laugh, all the good shit.
Right. And dance too, a little two-step.
No two-step. No,
Word. And bring a little thing with you, why not?
Why not?
You know?
Know what I mean?
Word.
Enjoy Fells Point.
Exactly. Enjoy the
weather.
scenery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's have fun. Bring some cigars. And let's talk, man. Let's have fun. But we're going to mingle, talk to everybody, and just continue to bridge this gap, continue to, meet new friends, have people love what we do, and let's just have fun.
That's it.
But no further ado, we're going to get into this right now. We got a fellow brother on the job, phenomenal man. Can't talk enough about him. We're not going to stop.
I think he's known us from the beginning.
Absolutely.
Right? Back in Northeast days.
Back in the Northeast days. But ladies and gentlemen, from the very beginning, we love this brother. We appreciate him. With no further ado, our brother Kyle is in the building. What's up, baby?
What's going on? Thanks for having me.
Bring it to you a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
There
this?
we go. Yep,
There you go.
absolutely.
Bet. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on, brother.
Yeah.
For sure. It's a true honor for you to be here because, like I said, you watched us. I know there's been a couple times. I remember back in the day, you'd be like, yo, you helped me out.
Yeah.
You wasn't like, this guy's a rookie. I'm going to let him fucking do whatever he wants. Put me to the side like, yo, this is the way you do certain things, and told us how to move a certain way. Appreciate that.
No problem. It's the way it used to be, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just doing what we did.
Yeah.
So where you from? Born and raised?
Born in Andrews Air Force Base.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like on a plane?
Nah, not quite, I don't think.
Sit on a plane.
Yeah.
Gotta love him.
Sure.
Well done.
I didn't know this. That's
Army
Army
bases,
Gotcha,
Air Force
yeah.
bases, naval bases.
Yeah. No, just
So, and then just kind of grew up all over. Yeah. And settled in the county.
Sit on the couch.
Yeah.
That's it. Nice. Well said. To the plane. Good.
But yeah, that's it. And then wandered into BPD when I was 19. Started as a cadet.
19.
Yeah. I actually had I had a baby, so I needed to work, and I was taking community college classes at night, and I had a teacher who was a recruiter. He worked in personnel, and he just pulled me aside one day, and he's like, "Yo, you look like shit. Like, what's your deal?" I told him what I had going on. He's like, "Well, if you be there tomorrow at 6 a.m., I'll give you the test, and we'll see what's up." Showed up at 6 a.m. I was hired in 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and that was it. Just
Took off running.
been here since. Yeah, but yeah.
Damn, so you grew up on the job pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel like I grew up, like you said, on the job, but in the department. You know what I mean? So I've watched how things have evolved, and it's like being in a family. They don't act like a family, but how how your family operates. You know what's going to fly. You know how they think, how they do things. So that's kind of how it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what does BPD mean to you?
Opportunity. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people, I know it's in vogue to bash it, but it is whatever you make it. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that.
I wandered in kind of like a stray dog.
Wow.
No education, no job prospects, no skills, nothing, you know what I mean? And just showing up every day, being willing to do it. I was able to make a life for myself. And it's how I put food on the table, how I put a roof over the head. You know what I mean? So to me, that's what it is. It's opportunity. But if you want to come and complain and not do shit and it sucks, it'll be that. But if you want to make you some money, you want, your kids to have nice things, your wife to drive a nice car, come on. You can do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's really what it is. But yeah.
So how long you was in the street until you wanted to take on the supervisor role?
I think I got promoted. I was 27 when I got promoted. So about 7 years.
When did you know that it was time for you to do that? And why did you want to step into that?
So my dream job. So when I was a cadet, so before you go to the academy, if you're under 21, you're a cadet. I was in OCD, which was Organized Crime Division. It's like citywide drugs. And watching those dudes, like I was like, man, I want to be a drug sergeant. Like that was like my dream job. I thought there was nothing cooler. Like those dudes, because back then the sergeant was, like
fucking cool.
Yeah, and he was like the fucking dude. You know what I mean? Like always resourceful, always had it under control. You went to him with anything, he took care of it all. So I was like, yo, that's what I want to be. And then I was eligible before that, but I knew I wasn't ready. You know what I mean? I was still doing whatever. And then so when I was about 27, I decided, okay, I'll study for it and take it. And then really what pushed me is I had a sergeant who sucked. And I was just like, yo, like, this isn't going to work. You know what I mean? If I have this dude, like, I should probably be a sergeant. I'm ready.
I have a 2-part question. Before you became a sergeant, what units were you a part of when you was actually like on the job after the cadet?
So I was in Western, then I was in Pennsylvania Avenue. So way back, do they still have Pennsylvania Avenue?
I don't think so.
No.
Because I know that was that on the west side and then like Monument Street was on the east side.
Right. So
Yeah,
it was,
those initiatives kinda,
every district had a drug unit. And
Right.
then they created Pennsylvania Avenue and they created Monument Street.
Yeah.
And I was actually in both of those.
Oh, cool.
And then I was in Eastern Drugs. And from Eastern Drugs, I promoted out. So
Was
basically-
drugs for you?
Yeah, that was it. That was because I started OCD. You know what I mean? So it was just like,
What was it about the drug game that got you hooked on removing those guys from the street?
I was just drawn to it. You know what I mean? And it's, there are a lot of odd parallels between police and drug dealers. You know what I mean? If you just if you're perceptive and receptive to it and you kind of tap into your senses, you know what I mean? Like it clicks and you just get it. You know what I mean? And you just learn little tricks. And back then, there were so many dudes who were talented at it.
Right.
Like it was a dude who taught me how to do covert. And that became my like bread and butter.
I was gonna ask you, what was your bread and butter like?
Covert. You
Fuck that.
You say, hey, this dude, that place, I'll figure it out. I will figure it the fuck out.
Sneak in.
I'll walk around. You know what I mean? I'll sit on some steps. But it was an old white dude who taught me how to do it.
Wow.
And it was crazy because everybody used to shit on him. They said he was lazy, this, that.
For people that don't know what covert is, explain that for them.
Basically, it's hiding and watching drug dealers. And so what you'll do is you'll watch for a period of time. And what I like to do is I watch them distribute the drugs. And I have a partner of mine go grab the person that bought the drugs and recover the drugs from them. And back then you lock them up. And, if I'm watching Dre, right? If for whatever reason I'm on Dre, I'll watch all week long as he hits people off. And say it's 6 dudes in the squad, we'll get 6 of the people that buy drugs from him. Every day, 6 junkies. So everybody has to lock up. And then on Friday, I'll just go up and grab Dre without even watching, without anything.
Just go pick them up.
Yeah, come here real quick.
All the PC's done already.
So you've got, and every time you sell drugs to somebody, that's 3 charges, right? It's possession. I'm sorry, 6 charges. Possession with intent, and distribution. And then you've got the conspiracy to do it.
Yep.
If someone collects the money or if someone's watching out for you. So if we watch a group of dudes, you know what I mean? We'll watch them all week. And every day they got 6. We got 6 people from them. We'll come grab them all. And then 6 times 6, 36 charges for everybody per day. And that was
Pretty
just...
dope. I never heard of that before. Because usually when people do covert, by the end of the shift, you're locking up the drug dealer.
I mean,
You waited. That's pretty smart.
To me, you're playing the short game.
Yeah.
Because I'm all
Not
about...
for right now.
I'm about being efficient.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm on to somebody, okay, he's gonna be here every day.
Absolutely.
Why lock him up today and then tomorrow I gotta figure out where I'm going?
Right.
Tomorrow I gotta, because drugs is a rat race.
It is.
You gotta bring something to the table every day. So if I know I got you for this week, this is about to be a smooth week.
Right.
I mean, it's shit gonna be cool. And then say I see you get into a car. Say I see you go into a house. Say I see, okay, those are search warrants. Right? And you know what I mean? You just play the game, you know, over a period of time. And that's just
let it unfold.
yeah, and that's all money. It's all money.
It's all money.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Court and yeah.
Right. If we think about it, on the last day, if we grab 4 dudes and they all got, you know, 80 charges, that's gonna take a long time. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna grab you at the end of the shift. There we go. We good. We in here. And just do that week in, week out. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you did that for a while.
For a while, yeah. Yeah.
We had a couple phenomenal drug cops here, and you're the first one to say that.
What?
To watch the whole week.
Oh yeah. But that's the beauty of the drug game, is that you can do it however you want.
The style, yeah.
It's dudes that are way better than me that don't do that. They'd be like, absolutely not would I ever do that. But that's the beauty of it. You can do it however you want. You know what I mean? So that's what I liked about it. And then, like I said, the money, the hours, you know what I mean? Just the coming and going. Like, you adopt some of the characteristics of drug dealers, right? Because if I'm targeting you and you're out here at 6 a.m., well, what time do I need to be out here?
Right.
Probably 5:30.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I
Get
need
ahead
to
of
be
the
ready for
game.
you.
Right.
Yeah.
And then everywhere you're at, you know, I need to be in the same way he got kids, he got to take care of. I got to take care of mine. So as he, hey, watch the corner real quick. I got to go do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have my boy, hey, yo, watch him real quick. I'm going to go take my kid to school. Right? I got soccer practice real quick. Go ahead.
Right.
I mean, just let me know what he does. And it just works like that.
Let me ask you a question. You ever had any like close encounters while in covert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old heads used to tell the story of that they would set the covert on fire. Like if they found out you're using, I mean, nothing like that has ever happened, but there have been a couple times where I've been hiding and someone's come in, you know, either by accident, right? Like they just used this vacant for whatever, or someone said I was in there and they've come in to see if I was in there. But I mean, that's a handful of times. Huh?
What'd you say?
I said it's been a handful of times.
And what was that like? Like if you're up on a fucking roof.
Like, so very rarely did I use a roof. And if you came up onto a roof with me, that meant one thing. So, you know, but like if you're in like the second or third story or whatever, you know, a dude comes in there, like you kind of just be like, what's up? Like, are we doing this or is it going to be cool? You know what I mean?
Wow.
And, you know, dudes don't, this is before body cameras, right? You don't want to do that. So, you know, it always turned out fine. Yeah.
Could you imagine that shit? You fucking sitting there watching somebody.
But you learn tricks like when I go into a house, you know, there's a lot of debris and stuff like that. So I set those things up as like target indicators. So if you're gonna come into the stairwell, you'll knock something over, and then okay, somebody's in here, and like, you know, things like that. You know, you learn that as you go. So say you
just set little booby traps.
Right, and it's all just so I know. So if I'm, you know, second floor, left window, facing out, and I hear, right, I'm gonna go to the back of the house.
Right.
Like quietly, I'm gonna move back there and have myself like a way where I see you come up the steps before you see me. So it's
That's
just
wild.
Yeah, just tricks of the trade. Like,
I was never in a bando commando. I could never do it.
oh, those are the best.
No.
Those are the best. Because it's just,
Bando commando. Yeah.
No. especially if you got a good one, nobody knows where you're at. My best spot was at elementary school. I can say it now, like I don't give a fuck.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was at elementary school.
Wow.
Yeah, the guidance counselor's office.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, well, like school was in session.
Yeah.
Well, they love that because you're doing.
Well, they didn't, like, back then, they didn't care what the police did.
Yeah.
If you, like, walked up and hit the buzzer, like, hey, I need to come in, they're like, okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Do what you do.
Yeah, whatever. They
Right.
didn't ask questions. They didn't care. So just go to the guidance counselor's office. And she had a, like, an L-shaped desk. She sat here, and I would sit here looking out the window, just jam off the phone the whole time.
And she just chilling.
Yeah, she's
I mean, that's dope because now you're getting people that are selling drugs across the street from school.
yeah, and that's a charge,
And that's a huge
right?
charge.
In the school zone, and if they use a kid to collect the money or do the hitting, right, using the juvenile commission of a felony,
Absolutely.
right? So the charge is
They
just
just keep adding up. Rack them all up.
oh yeah. That's court money. That's
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
And it feels good just to sit there and watch them.
They're none the
In
wiser.
a nice, clean office.
Right.
Yeah. I will say it's easier to do drugs in East Baltimore than West Baltimore.
I could agree to that.
The West Baltimore dudes are way more street
Sharp.
savvy.
They're sharp.
Way smarter.
Really?
Sharp.
Yeah.
Wow.
Way more. They're in a whole nother league.
And everything's so much tighter.
Yeah.
Like the landscape. Like in East Side, it's a little bit more like the land. Like, all right, like I'm thinking like the Western.
So it depends what part. You know what I mean? Because
True, yeah.
there are parts of the Western that are tight.
Yeah.
That like it's real hard to get in. Like that whole just south of Mondawmin, RNG, like Reisterstown and Gwynns Falls. That area,
Yeah.
bro, if you want to get in there, like it's a 4 a.m. morning. Like get out there early, find the spot, and hope it's a good spot. Hope they're selling drugs where they were selling them yesterday.
Wow.
'Cause if they went down the block, you got to move and you got to figure it out again. But then there are spots where it's wide open. It's just easy, So just little things like that. But yeah.
That's dope. So when you finally became a supervisor, how did that feel for you?
It was a huge sense of accomplishment because, like I said, like I just kind of showed up here. You know what I mean? So when I became a sergeant, I already felt like I was punching above my weight class. And, I liked being a sergeant. Being a sergeant is probably the worst rank in the department, but I like doing it because you have like the most hands-on with your squad and you kind of like directly influence exactly what they're doing every day.
There was something you said earlier about like you wanted to take the test, but you knew you wasn't ready.
So yeah, a couple years beforehand, I just knew I wasn't mature enough.
So my question is, how do you feel about these officers that take the test because they are tired of just being in patrol?
I think the promotion process does need a little
Like a
revising.
revamp? Okay.
Yeah,
revising.
because like there are some, like I've been in districts where a newly promoted sergeant comes, and after talking to him for a little bit, you're like, so why are you a sergeant? Like, why are you here? You know what I mean? And like some people, they just feel like it's just the next step. And they don't understand like it is leadership, it is management.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But, I think they need to revamp it and interview the people. You know what I mean? If you're going to come here and be the sergeant or lieutenant, what is your vision? Like, what is your philosophy? What's your methodology for
What do you
getting
bring
that
to the
across?
table?
Well, not even that, right? Like, say you're not incredibly skilled. Say you're not incredibly charismatic or whatever, but you are trying to get us somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the
Okay.
thing. Like,
What's your objective?
I see what
exactly.
you're saying. Okay.
People get promoted and like, yo, what are you trying to do for us?
Right.
I'm just tired
just
of
wanna
being.
make bread.
Yeah, I'm tired
Yeah,
of
I'm
pushing.
just tired of being
tired of
drafted.
pushing a car. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So, but yeah, I think that's a question they should probably ask. But yeah,
Now, how far was you? Now, you was a sergeant for how long? Until you got promoted again.
I think it was 3 years, and then I got skipped on the list for a year. Yeah, I think I got promoted in 2019. So 4 years total. Yeah.
And why lieutenant?
Because being a sergeant sucked. And so I was like, whatever, I'll just do the next thing. And I actually, while I was a sergeant, I was the permanent SIC, which is like sergeant in charge for another shift. Because I wanted to practice being a lieutenant, see if I even liked it. And I liked that better than being a sergeant. So I was like, I'll do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
But it's a little different for you because, I mean, like, again, you got on the job when you was 19.
Yeah.
So you saw a lot
Yeah.
before you even got to the sergeant, lieutenant role.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, a kid that comes on 27 is like, just fuck it, I just want to be a sergeant. He ain't see what you saw.
Oh, yeah, no. And we also don't push the rank and file to see. You know what I mean? Like back if you had a post car right? Like, what are you doing on your post?
Right.
Right, to make it safe, to keep these dudes from doing whatever. That doesn't exist anymore. Like, you don't challenge a post officer. Like, we got a bunch of shootings or whatever here. Let's do an after action, and
Right.
it just be what it is. So that also kind of formulated a lot of my opinions and views.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
After actions.
Have the job ever affected you? Like when you got off?
What do you mean?
To where mentally it was exhausted and too much to deal with?
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with PTSD when I was 22. And so that, honestly, I feel like I lost years of my life to that.
Really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because back then, there was no health and wellness. There was nobody to check on you.
Right.
They sent you, back then we had PCA, which they sent you to, and they ended up firing the guy who ran that because he wasn't doing his job. But you went to PCA, kind of talk things out, and then back on the street. My first shooting, I was back to work the next day.
Was you?
Yeah. So it was like...
Do you care to elaborate on that situation? What was that shooting like for you? What did it do to you?
I was 21 or 22.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was my first real life experience with the world. You know what I mean? You know how you become a man, you like, oh, I'm in the world now. Right? It might be buying a car. It might be...
Getting your first apartment.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
That was mine, right? Deep dive, real world right here. And so that, I wasn't equipped to deal with it. And the department wasn't equipped to help me. And it just kind of went on and on for years, so.
What was the call?
No, I was actually 99.
Was you?
I was sitting on the desk, and a dude in my squad arrested someone. The guy went into parole and probation, had a warrant. Dude in my squad arrested him and sat him by the front door and walked away from him.
Left him there?
Yeah, didn't put him in the cell, just couldn't tell you why. Puts him in the front door, puts him by the front door. I'm sitting there, I'm just texting, you know what I mean, like I always do, like, facing my phone. And I hear, like, fingers touch the glass. And I look up, and the dude's running out the door. I'm like, oh, shit. So I start chasing him, just whatever. And we're running. He's a big dude. He's like your size. Mm-hmm. So I caught up to him relatively quickly. And he, like, runs up next to this car and just stops. And so I thought we were going to fight. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And, like, by the time I blink my eyes, he's in the car.
He's in the car.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh shit, he drove his own car. You know what I mean? Like,
right? What the?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know anything that was going on. I just saw a dude in handcuffs run out of the station. So I'm like, oh shit, he's in a car. And I take my gun and I bust out the window. Mm-hmm. And I put my gun in his face. And I'm like, all right, like, enough. He goes, okay, you got me. And I reach to take the keys out of the ignition, and he pops it in reverse. And reverses out, like asses out, and then takes off down the street.
And you're inside the car.
He had one hand out of the cuffs. They were the flex cuffs. So he slipped out of it. So yeah, like
you hold it on.
My torso was inside, my ass is outside, and he's flying down the street. And as the car goes faster, you slide out a little bit.
Right.
But by the time you're doing like 70, you know what I mean? So you're not just trying to let go.
Are you on the passenger side or the driver's side?
Driver's side, hanging out the driver's window.
So he's just there driving, and you're like right here.
Yep, he's just, and he's driving. He tries to hit two cars as they're...
To squish you.
Yeah, to like knock me off. He misses those two, and I see him veering for like a fire hydrant. And have you seen King of New York?
Yes, of course. Classic.
When
Lawrence Fishburne.
Right, when he hits...
Yeah.
And the body's just like...
Stuck.
Stone.
Yeah.
Like... And in my mind, that was...
That shit flashed up.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Right. So I was like, nah.
Not today.
Started ringing out shots.
Right.
And then my gun jammed. And so, like, I was like, fuck it, we're here.
Right.
And let go of the car. And then, like, they came and got me with the shock trauma, all that. And they found him a couple weeks later.
They found him?
Oh, he got away.
Mm-hmm. They found his car. So he bails out of the car. They found his car, like, broken glass and, like, blood all over his seat. And he got away, and they found him in the Southwest a couple weeks later.
Wow.
But yeah. So
you hit the canvas going, what, 50, 60 miles an hour?
Yeah. Rode my vest. Like, I felt like on my back. Rode my vest, like, halfway down the block. Yeah.
Road rash.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. Right above the ass crack, bro. Yeah. Shitting was not fun. but
At all.
yeah, he drugged me like a mile. So,
Damn.
yeah. But yeah, so that was my introduction to
Policing.
Shit
everything.
is real.
To shit is real, because you never think it can happen to you.
Right.
And like I said, diagnosed me pretty quickly with PTSD, and I don't think they were interested in helping back then.
Right.
So that's kind of become a thing I do. Like, if I got somebody that works for me, if I come across somebody who went through something, I check back in with them, ask a series of questions, because there are questions you can ask to see, like, are they really dealing with it? Because everyone's like, no, I'm good. No, I'm fine.
Right.
And you ask a couple questions, then you can just dive into it. But yeah.
That's the thing about our profession is that, like, officers hate to come across as weak. We could be going through so much shit. And it's like, hey, you good? It's like, no, I'm good.
Well, also, a lot of times in those situations, you're constantly replaying what happened.
Yeah.
And you're constantly Monday morning quarterbacking yourself.
1,000%.
And then also there's guilt and shame that come with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The fact that my mom had to come to the hospital. She had to bring me new clothes. They had to cut my clothes off of me. Like, the littlest things bring you guilt.
It's true.
You know what I mean? And so that also plays into people just not want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's still taboo. And especially for Black people, therapy is still taboo. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things like, hey, I just deal with it. But like I said, I lost probably, if I was 22, I probably didn't come up for air till I was about 30. Yeah. So like years of my life just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just fucking with that and not taking it serious. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
What did that do to you as being a father?
You try, like, so luckily my son was so young. Little kids don't really pick up on it as much. And as long as you're doing kind of the things you're supposed to do, but it definitely made it hard to be mentally there all the time. Right. And then when you're not sleeping, right, I'm tired the next day. And then when you're, you know what I mean? Like, it had its like ripple effects into fatherhood. But yeah.
That's dope. Wow. I love the wellness. What do you think about the wellness now?
It's a good start, I think. So they call you, ask a couple questions, and that's really it. And they're like, hey, call me if you need anything.
Right.
But if you've been through that, that's not how it works.
Right.
Right? I'm never going to fucking call you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of circle back a couple weeks later. And really, you can't call. Like, you have to, like, show up. Like, whenever dude comes back to work, show up where he's at. Hey, come on, let's walk and talk for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, be intentional.
Yeah. And I get, like, they have a lot going on and they don't have that many people. But also, I just don't think they know that that's how you have to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, some dudes, you have to corner them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you're not going to give me a 2-word answer.
No,
I'm good.
We got to talk.
We are going to talk.
Right.
After my second shooting, a dude recommended a book to me. It's called On Killing, and it's written by a military general, an army general, who's a psychologist, but it talks about the impacts of killing people and how we're not designed to do it and all this. So that's a book I recommend to dudes who maybe, like, you can see that they want to open up, but they're not, quite ready.
Like, on the fence.
Right? Hey, let's read this book together. You know what I mean? Like, I'll check in with you on this day, have read this part of it, and we'll talk. And that normally gets them to open up.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. But
How was the second shooting?
it was nothing compared to the first one. You know what I
Nothing.
mean? It
Okay.
sucked. You know what I mean? But it was like, okay, this must be
Here we go.
Yeah, this must be what this is for me.
Wow.
I really thought, like, this is just how my life is gonna, because I was 24 when I had the second
2
one.
years later.
3 years later, maybe. Yeah, maybe 25. 24,
Wow.
25. Yeah. And,
Back in now, this is doing drug work or just back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
and drugs. They had someone came over the radio. Hey, this dude's in the Burger King. He's got a gun. And we were coming from a meeting downtown. And because I was in SES at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they were telling us they were putting us on permanent night work. You know what I mean? So coming back from the meeting, and it was crazy because I wanted to go to the meeting in flip-flops. And my sergeant was like, absolutely not. He made me put my shit on.
He said, you're bugging.
Yeah, he was like, you're not doing that. So he made me put my shit on. I was upset about it. And we're driving back, and we're arguing over whether we're going to Chipotle or not. Mm-hmm. Dude comes across the road. Hey, this dude's running out of the Burger King. He's got a gun. He's wearing this. He's running into the projects. It was at Douglas Homes.
Oh, boy. The famous Douglas Homes.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're like, we're right here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, all right, fuck.
It's always like
Let's
that.
do
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
let's go. You know what I mean? And the dude, like I saw him shoot across the courtyard. I mean, he was running like a fucking deer.
Wow.
And
like a banshee.
Gun
like
in hand.
moving, gun in hand.
Yeah.
So he's running, and a couple dudes, we catch him, and we pin him against the fence, and we're all fist fighting. And this is like how poorly trained we were back in the day. We're all fist fighting over a gun. So we're all, fist fighting, and then the dude like doubles over, and a kid in my squad pulls his gun out. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? I put your gun away.
Right.
You're crazy.
It's a fight.
Yeah, but he's like, Kyle, he has a gun. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
And so he was like, hey, yo, drop the gun. He didn't. Right, you do the math. But that one was...
There's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it was, But yeah, I mean, I felt bad for his family. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's and also the finality of the things we do struck me. Right? Like, this, and he's gone. And someone's just gone from existence.
And that's the thing that people don't understand, that like we deal with that.
Yeah.
They think like, oh yeah, you wanted to do that. No.
Yeah. And so I was married at the time to a police,
Oh wow.
and she was there and witnessed it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that was like a whole nother layer of like stuff going on. But yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was wild. But yeah.
Would you say like that fucked the marriage up?
No, I think my first one fucked it up more because I just would not.
Oh.
I mean, she begged me to get help. I just wouldn't. You know what I mean? Just refuse to.
He was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I got it.
But like, even like I would go to therapy and I would lie to the therapist. You know what I mean? Like,
You just didn't want to be
Just
there.
to get out of there.
just didn't want to do it. Just did not want to admit something was wrong. Did not want to admit my feelings were hurt. Like shit like that.
Right.
And I think that just torpedoed it. And then this happened, and it was just kind of like,
There
are
you go.
y'all gonna overcome this?
Right.
No, you're not. And so that was just what it was. But yeah.
Damn.
How long was your first marriage?
My only marriage.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little over a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were still legally married for a while, but like waiting for the divorce.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think marriages will ever be successful in police work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, our culture is so, I tell people all the time, our culture lends itself to people living double lives, right? Because the person you are at work is not who you are at home.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that you've just opened the gate to,
I mean, you have to be somebody else at work.
absolutely, you have to. But it just opens that door to, well, this guy would do these things that I probably wouldn't normally do at home. You know what I mean? And it just, how far into that rabbit hole will you go? And I just think, it's something we don't talk about.
We don't. That's it.
We don't talk about marriage, right? We don't talk about being good husbands. We don't talk about being good dads. It's just not something police in general talk about or that a department pushes.
I find like being a officer is easier to be a better father than it is to be a better husband.
I think just naturally it's easier to be a better father.
Yeah.
I think that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's like,
Just our
that's
instinct.
You. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, my son is me.
Absolutely.
Because when you with your kids, it's like you're not thinking about the bullshit.
Yeah.
But sometimes you might have a discussion with your spouse that brings up the bullshit.
And also, you have to want to be married, right? You have to want to be happy. Like,
Yeah.
That's
a
a good
lot
point. You
of
have to wanna
people
be
get married and don't want to be married. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
How do you
okay.
know when you don't want to be married? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know, dude.
I
That's
think
the
you
whole thing, man.
I think you stop caring.
Yeah.
like you give up
But
in a sense.
and people get married for like the wrong
Reasons.
Yeah, like
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's gonna be some in-house, like you know what I'm saying? Like that's why dudes do it, and it's like, bro, that's not why you get married.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm supposed to come home, man. Yeah.
It's not about the, it's not about the kitty.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like so low.
Is it though?
Nah, bro.
It's not
Telling
all
you.
about it. It's
You need it. I need it consistently, but not. It's so
not
low
every
on
day
the-
type
yeah.
shit.
Not every day, but don't say no.
That sounds like a crime. Like,
Don't say no. I mean, if I'm working 18 hours a day,
But you
do
know
you,
what?
bro. You do you, bro. I'm not of that, man.
I think
It's in a commission, so everybody like, I'm worried, that's what you know? You know what I mean?
I think
we're married, you can't say no.
I think it's I think there needs to be constant communication
Yeah.
Yeah.
and expectations for what you guys want. You know, and especially if you had a long day, I think it's only your delivery.
But
How you talk to somebody too.
I mean, I just think police are fucking scumbags sometimes.
Yeah.
And just implode their family unit because they're being selfish. Like, so, be honest, you see that a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there are some marriages where the communication's not there.
Yeah.
Grown apart. Okay. Cool. But a lot of times, like, you just want to have your cake and eat it too.
No.
And instead of admitting that, right? Instead of saying, my wife's a great person. She's a great mom.
Absolutely.
I just want to do me on the side. Right? No. Now she's horrible. Now shit that right?
Yeah.
Now we don't sleep in the same bed. Now it's like, come on, give me a fucking break. Like, you just want to do you, bro. I ain't here to judge. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, you calling it like it is.
Now, yeah, a lot of them need to be honest though.
They should.
Definitely. If you want side pussy, just be like, yeah, well, I like pussy.
But what
I like
women's
variety.
Yeah.
I like them
Absolutely.
crazy and more than one at a time. Just say it. Just say it. Yeah. It is what it is,
There's
bro.
nothing wrong with it.
Right. Nobody's
For
perfect.
me, it was like, I just wanted to be out drinking,
Whatever. Cool.
talking shit.
Yeah.
Because for me, that was like my outlet so that when I come home, I don't have to talk about the job.
Yeah. Right.
Because I know me when I come home,
Steam's blown off.
I come home straight from off the shift. I'm different.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more like I still got it in me.
Yeah. You
But
gotta
like-
you gotta jump into this.
You gotta jump into a little-
jump into whatever mind numbing activity you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
get
then
it.
it's like, what's up? How's things?
Yeah.
But by then it's 11, 12 o'clock at night. It's not fair to them either,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You like them crazy?
Huh?
You like them crazy?
I mean, I'm not exactly normal, so
Right.
A little crazy. I mean, crazy is a little sexy. There's a fine line.
It's a fine line.
Fine
Thank
line.
you.
It's a fine line.
Right.
fine line.
Sometimes it's just not cute.
No.
mean?
Sometimes it should be medicated.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You know what
Then
I
I
mean?
don't
Like,
want it.
Well said.
Then I
Right.
don't want it. Then I don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you get home and they're sitting there waiting on you outside. Don't do that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That needs to be medicated. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a fine line between this is hot and then schizophrenia.
yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
You have to be wary.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You can't put your dick in everything.
No.
No, sir.
Nope.
Too much to lose.
Yeah.
So tell us about Catharsis,
The book.
the book.
Yeah.
Reading
That you wrote.
or writing, has that always been an outlet for you?
No.
Really?
No. So it was like a secret thing I always wanted to do.
Wow.
Just never did. And COVID, everybody got into something during COVID. Most people got like real estate licenses or whatever. I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I always want to write a book. I'm not doing anything. I was on midnights. I just had so much time on my hands. I was like, fuck it. I'll write a book. Why not? And just jumped into it and did it.
You went all the way in, 100%.
There's a Jewish proverb that says a man should always write a book, obviously have a kid, and plant a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you did it.
Yeah.
Was it hard? Like,
It takes the discipline, you know what I mean? Like people always ask, like, oh, I want to write one. So just sit down and fucking write it. Like,
but that's the thing though, sitting down and writing is probably the hardest part.
I mean, there's strategies to so like in the writing. So what I do, right? Come up with like a storyline, kind of. You just make an outline of it, right? You just write down a little outline, just the bullet points of what happens. And you write each part, right? Each outline part by itself. And then they just come together. And then you have your characters and you have certain things you want characters to do or backstories. You just kind of blend it all in.
You made it sound so easy.
Right.
I mean, like, think about, like, was it hard for you guys to do a podcast?
Yeah, once we sat down and really wanted to do it, you just do it.
Right, you just fucking did it.
Like you work all the extra shit out.
Yeah, you
right.
figure it out, right?
Yeah.
YouTube. There is YouTube. When I was trying to figure out, like, how do I YouTube? And most of, like, the published writers that are on there, they're like, just fucking do it.
Just do it.
Just write it. Just get it done.
So why the title?
Because it is an interesting title.
Because it's about a dude who's supposed to be kind of expelling his demons. And then,
Is that what catharsis is?
yeah, it's like a getting it all out process.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be exposing his
Wow.
demons, but
Hey, yo.
did he really? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Commentary on vigilante justice.
Okay.
Like, do you agree with it or not? Is there a line to be drawn, but who draws the line? Things like that. You remember Arnisha Bowers?
No.
It's a girl who was murdered in the Northeast. The guys broke into her house, raped her, tortured her, set her on fire.
Really?
Up on Northeastern Avenue.
Like what years was this?
We were there. That's all we were there. 2016, 17?
What?
You guys don't remember this.
No.
And this was because the guys got arrested. Did you find it?
He's looking it up.
The guys got
Proceed to
arrested
beast
like
on that.
a week later, right? And it was like,
That's it.
In the Northeast?
Yeah.
Is that?
it was like on Northeastern Avenue, like up there off of Walther.
3 indicted and killing of a 16-year-old, Anisha Bowers.
Wow.
But see how, like, you guys worked there and didn't know?
Yeah.
It wasn't front
Rape,
page
arson, and
news.
gang charges.
It wasn't, right?
No, 2016, I was gone.
You weren't there?
I left after the riots.
Oh, okay. Well, you were there.
But still, though,
not
that's
there.
pretty
But
big, though.
That's a
huge.
heinous fucking crime that
Absolutely.
people were just like, huh. You know what I mean? And I was like, bro, what if, like, there was someone who advocated for, like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, there's someone in her family who was like, nah, it's just not, it's just not okay.
It's not.
Like, it was, and just how, I don't know, that bothered
So
me.
you worked on that scene?
No,
Oh,
but I heard
okay.
the story,
You heard the story.
and then, because I think I was in Northeast Drugs at the time.
Okay.
And heard the story, and they were kind of working out, like, what we were going to do about it, and the guys were caught, and then it was just over. And it was just,
Just kept it moving.
yeah, and I was, like, shocked by that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like, wait a minute.
this isn't a big deal. Like,
Right.
we're just past this. But, yeah.
So that kind of like started this?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was kind of the watershed moment, I guess. Yeah.
So then you wrote the book during COVID?
Yeah. I was in Southwest Midnights.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did it take you?
About 8 months.
Really?
Yeah. And that's kind of a quick write.
And where can we find it? Like
Amazon. Just Google my name, Kyle Gaskin. It'll come up. I'm not Google my name. Type Kyle Gaskin in the Amazon search bar.
Right.
Sorry. And it'll pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's like $12. Like,
That's dope.
yeah. Quick read.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a quick read.
I wrote it so that it was it's like 300 pages, but you get through it quick. So I did not want it to be a heavy lift for anybody reading it.
So the story is about this guy who wants to.
The story's about a guy whose daughter is raped and murdered, like Anisha Bowers, and he goes through a whole process of getting his. But then,
Get back.
but does that make you feel any better?
Revenge.
Right?
Does it?
Does it?
You gotta read and find out.
But that's what the reader contends with. You know what I mean? And also there are points in it where it's like, is this going too far? You know what I mean?
That's dope, man. Shout out to you. Coming. Did you have any writing experience in like high school,
Absolutely
college?
not. Fuck no. I
Wow.
barely finished high school. Not at all.
It's a good looking book.
Thanks.
I can't wait to read it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Amazon lets you self-publish it. So you just download it into Amazon, you format it how you want,
That's sick.
and you order it. Like I ordered a couple copies for myself just to make sure it looked okay. And then you can go live with it.
Wow.
That's awesome. Wow. So, any other books moving forward? Do you think you're going to continue this?
Yeah, I'm gonna start. So I have the concept for my second one. I'm going to Argentina in a couple weeks. So my original plan was to finish this in Argentina. Don't know why. That's just some cool shit.
Why
That
not?
would be fucking cool, right?
Right. Drink some coffee and shit.
Right.
Right.
COVID
Some good
happened,
steaks.
so
Right.
I finished it in my fucking basement. But I'll start the second one in Argentina.
Nice.
That'll probably be. It'll be. So I'm not going to publish the next one through Amazon because with Amazon, like all the distribution and publishing, and the marketing is on you, right? And since like I don't really like talking to people, so that's a struggle.
Right.
So, I'll probably have it out of publisher by probably February.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
That's
we're looking
dope.
at 2024. It'll be ready.
Nice.
Should be live, yeah. But that one, I think that one will be like 700 pages.
Nice.
I'm going for like a anthology vibe for that one.
Anthology. Nice.
So we'll see how it works out though, because and also the thing with Amazon, when you self-publish, like you have the creative control. Like whatever you want to do with your book, wherever you want the story to go, it's you. Can't nobody say no. You go to publishers and agents, they have a say in that.
Yeah.
So in Amazon,
they know how to move books, so that's what they
yeah, and
that's what they specialize in.
like whatever, right? You know what I mean? Like I'm not like Da Vinci, right? You know what I mean? It's not the Sistine Chapel. Like you can have an input. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever. Yeah. You think it should end like that? Cool.
Right.
Like send it to California.
Yeah,
but,
knock yourself out.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So what's next for you, man? How much time you got on now?
I'm in my 17th year. I don't know if I'm gonna do the full 25. Just as it goes. I'm not sure if it's for me.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
be putting feelers out there, see what's what. My son's 17. He'll be graduating high school, probably moving on to military or whatever, wherever. So I'm not tied to Maryland anymore.
Right.
So kind of just
You can freelance it a little bit.
just see what comes with it, But yeah,
That's cool, man. Damn. Time flies.
But it was something like it's kind of like what you said about the job. Like it's just the opportunity. The job has given you this opportunity to experience or hear about the story that has led you to write,
yeah.
and now you fell in love with writing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I fell in love with it.
Okay, so-
it's like something I like to do.
Okay.
But I still think I look for that, like what I love to, you know what I mean? Other than hell raising, like what do I love to do? So, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I think we all have a little bit of hell
yeah, I don't know if we ever outgrow that, but
I don't think we ever will.
No, no.
There's just certain people that just have it.
Yeah.
And it's in a good way. It's not like in a bad way.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see what comes,
So what do you see policing or what do you tell people that want to come on board to do the job?
That it's opportunity. Whatever you want to do with it, you can do. You know what I mean? Like my son, he'd been back and forth for a while. And even though me and the department have had our ups and downs, I have told him like, hey, it allowed me to feed you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, my son likes exercising. He's into all that typical SWAT dude, right? That's what he reminds me of. Hey, but like you could go do that.
Right.
Like that would
Absolutely.
it would be easy for you and you'd make as much money as you wanted.
You wouldn't push them federal or like
Whatever, like
whatever.
it's your wave, bro. As long as you're a productive member of society and
1000%.
you're happy,
1000%.
Have at it.
whatever. Yeah, like I ain't. But yeah, so like I don't dissuade anybody from joining. I don't go around bashing it. Like I said, the department's mad at me. Seems like every other year, but
We still say on the podcast all the time where everybody speaks to. It's still the best job in the world.
the job itself, fuck yeah.
Fuck
Still
yeah.
the best fucking
There's
amazing.
job.
nothing more awesome.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Bro,
It's just the politics.
You mean to tell me
Yeah.
I can't hang out with my homeboys
Yeah.
and fucking chase bad guys?
Right.
What's up?
What's up?
Where we going?
Crashing cars?
What
Shit's
happened?
on fire?
Right.
And you pay me when I'm done?
Right.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Sign
The
me up.
best fucking job
Sign
on
me
this
the fuck
planet.
up. Yeah.
You get in that car, you're your own fucking boss.
8.5, 12 hours.
Yeah.
However long you want to be here.
Whatever you want. I want to do traffic today.
Yeah.
I want to fucking just get out and talk to the community.
I'm just gonna walk around.
I'm just gonna walk around and look good.
Walk around, yeah. Fuck
What's
yeah.
up?
Parking lot pimping.
That's it.
All day.
Listen to
Right.
music.
Whatever.
Best
Whatever.
fucking job on the earth. And I'll
get
say it, the
friends?
politicians, the people that do not know about, I'm not gonna say politicians, but I will say the people that do not know, that have never worn a gun belt. and think that they can dictate the way we do the job have ruined the job.
So I disagree. It's not them that have ruined it. It's the people that have worn the gun belt, but have
Allowed them?
placated them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's better said than me. I mean, you are the author.
Okay. But right, that's their job. Is to try to tell the police how to do what they, right? Mm-hmm. And it's the job of someone wearing our uniform to be like, you worry about roads and whatever.
Right.
And budgets. I got this and like kick rocks. Like,
well
you know
said.
what I'm saying?
Well said.
But,
I mean, it has to be said because we're seeing the effects.
I was just about to say, you've seen recruitment nationwide. Why do you think that? I grew up watching Speed and Die Hard and shit like that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, other little boys grew up doing that too, and they don't want to be cops? Why? Because look at, you know what I mean? We're passing a bill that you can't stop cars for X, Y, and Z because it's not fair. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Stop
like
pacifying this
nobody
shit,
wants
man.
to deal with that.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's whatever. Y50,
The
right?
original one, right? Yeah.
The original one. Fucking mustache Detroit Tigers ball cap.
Absolutely. Talking it now.
Freddie Waves.
My man.
Fuck yeah.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal what? What?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills
Classic.
On
Cop.
Axel Foley.
Come on.
Come on.
48 hours.
48 hours. And he killed both of us, I swear. Yeah.
No, I agree. It's,
Die Hard.
I love it.
I watch that every Christmas. I get shit drunk every Christmas Eve and watch it.
Which
Me and
one?
my son.
Which one?
The first one.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah. Nakatomi Towers.
All day.
Nah, man.
All day.
It's a fucking Christmas movie.
Thank you.
It is.
Bro, when I say I get
It is a Christmas
shit
movie. It's
faced
dope.
while I watch that on Christmas.
Yeah.
Me and my son every Christmas Eve.
Fuck the Christmas Story. You watch that.
No. I watch Christmas Story
That's
too,
during
bro.
the day. That's during the day.
24/7, bro.
So
And
actually,
Christmas Vacation, Chevy
Christmas
Chase.
Eve-
Holla.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, I watch Die Hard.
Griswolds.
Christmas Day, I watch Die Hard with a Vengeance. Griswold.
Claude.
It's just the
Hell yeah, they ain't going to with the white tips.
I'm all about the Die Hard New York.
Yeah.
The New York
yeah.
one. That's my shit.
Okay, that's Die Hard with a Vengeance. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, all the Die Hards. I mean, really, realistically, it's phenomenal movies, bro.
Going with Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Sam Jackson
yeah.
killed that role.
Killed it.
They were doing puzzles and shit and riddles
Yeah.
all throughout New York
My man
City.
John McClane showed up with a
John
hangover.
McClane.
Right. How about
Right.
that? What a way to go in there.
Killed like
How
six.
realistic is that, though?
He killed six dudes in an elevator, right? And a wife beater with a hangover.
Yeah.
Hangover.
Like, fuck yeah.
In an
Fuck
elevator.
yeah. I want
Homeboy was wearing, because
Yeah.
he was wearing his homeboy
Right.
badge.
He's wearing his homeboy's badge.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's playing his badge.
Like, fuck yeah.
Right.
Who doesn't want to do
Homeboy.
that? What 8-year-old doesn't see that and thinks, man, that's going to be me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all about those old school movies, man. Terminator, Commando. How many dudes did he kill?
You son of a bitch. Yeah.
Dylan.
He killed the whole country. I saw Arnold. He flipped
an island.
the Porsche.
Right.
Right? He invaded an island by himself and killed the whole army. But the best part is the way he goes to like a chain link fence. It's a chain link fence with a master lock. He just rips it off.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Go pulls the seat out of the Porsche.
yeah, because he couldn't fit.
Classic. That's like Sly and fucking Cobra.
I mean, oh yeah.
Great movie.
Cobra was dope.
Cobra's amazing.
He had the ivory handle joint.
Amazing. Great
Yo,
movie.
you know who was a fucking deadly dude? Charlie Bronson, dog. Charles Bronson?
The inmate or the actor?
The like in the show in the movies.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Do you know there's a British inmate that they named Charlie Bronson? You guys didn't know this?
I didn't know
which,
that.
wait,
Tom Hardy plays in a movie called Bronson.
wait. Is that no? That's not the one with the twins. He's not a twin.
No, that's legend.
That's
It's a
legend.
movie called Bronson. Fucking Tom Hardy plays in it. It's about England's most expensive inmate. It's a dude who's fucking crazy as shit, but his fighting name was Charlie Bronson. And like the movie's about how he spent like 25 years in solitary and like kidnapped people and like
Really?
it's an awesome movie. Like
I'm gonna check it out.
When did it come out?
He's a talented
it's
actor.
a while ago.
It's an old one?
It's just Bronson, bro. Like Bronson movie.
Bronson.
Tom Hardy's a beast.
Yeah,
on
and
the
it was
acting
this
shit.
is before he did all the big shit.
Really? Oh, shit.
The dude, Bronson, the real guy, he said, he was like, nah, this dude played me like so fucking well. But
Wow.
yeah.
That's dope.
I'm talking about like Death Wish Charlie Bronson.
Yeah, I don't know. Never seen one.
What? Like 70s? Yeah.
No.
My uncles used to watch that shit, so I just watched it.
I think 80s is the best movies ever made.
Top to bottom in every genre.
Yeah. 80s baby, holla. Nah, it's dope.
Yeah.
Wow, that
Best
was
job in the world, man.
yo, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me.
That means everything, bro.
Yeah, like your guys'
sure.
schedule and my agoraphobia prevented this for years. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Nah, it's awesome.
Yeah, because it's been a while. I'm like, yo, you gotta come on. You gotta come on.
Yeah.
It's
No,
been
but
in the making
happened.
for a while, though. Our schedule just never tied up.
Yeah, that's true.
It was perfect.
Fuck yeah.
The book
Yep.
on Amazon.
Catharsis,
Check it out.
phenomenal. I can't wait for the second book, and I'm gonna buy one. This is our book he gave us, and he
Their
signed
copy.
off in it.
Their copy.
Fire,
Pro bono.
bro. And you want to give any shout outs before we wrap this thing up?
Yeah, I want to shout out my man Antoine Lewis.
Yes, we gotta get him on.
Yeah.
LL13 Fitness.
Yes.
Look him up
Oh,
on Insta- When I say this dude is the best
Yes,
trainer in America,
Yeah.
this dude
committed.
knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yes, he does.
I used to go to him, right? He's expensive. I'm gonna put that out there. But I used to go to him twice a week. You go to Antoine Lewis twice a week.
Yeah.
You can eat whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
I love soda. I love soda, right? And beer. Who doesn't? I can drink as much soda as I fucking wanted to. It didn't matter. Twice a week I was with Antoine. So check him out. LL13 Fitness.
Yeah.
Best dude out there.
Twan is the man.
We gotta get him on. I know we were supposed to talk about coming on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's been working out for a long time.
Absolutely. Yeah. He worked for me when he quit to go open his gym.
Wow. Isn't that such a fucking bravery, like leap of faith?
Oh man, I was so worried
It's like,
about him
what?
when he did it. Yeah.
It's like you're leaving this to do
The safety
that.
net. The safety
The
net.
sa-
and
and then-
this is right after COVID, right?
Right.
And I'm like, bro, what if there's another COVID? Like,
Right.
you know, he's like, that's the leap of faith you take.
Yeah.
Like, he's the dude who taught me, like, this isn't everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he really found himself outside of it. And just, like, to say I'm so proud of him, like,
We're very proud of him.
one, it's clear that this is what he was meant to do.
Yeah.
But the fact that he just grabbed the bull by the balls, he went out and did it. And he's doing so well. You know what I mean? But yeah, everybody listening, you know, sign up. Best fucking trainer out there.
Love him.
Yep.
Twan, we
Good
love you, brother.
Good brother.
Absolutely.
We're definitely gonna get him on. We just gotta get these dates straight now because he's busy like us. But yeah, definitely. Dre,
Peace and love. Buy the book on Amazon. That's it.
Catharsis,
You heard?
Triple C.
Blessed are the peacemakers.
My peoples, we appreciate you. We love you. I want to thank my brother Kyle for coming out. His words of encouragement, his words about the job, real life shit. Guy's an author. I mean, it don't get no better. Just take life by the balls and you just do what you want to do and enjoy doing it. But work hard, have a work ethic, and you could be and accomplish whatever you want. We appreciate him. We appreciate you. Don't forget, July 11th, 3rd annual Law Enforcement Happy Hour Tavern. What is it?
First one time.
Fells Point Tavern. July 11th. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We love you. We appreciate you. See you next week. Deuces.
Peace.
The views and opinions expressed on the Silverback Chronicles podcasts are those of the hosts, producers, and/or the guest appearing on the program. They do not reflect the views and opinions of the federal, state, or local government. This includes but not exclusive to the Department of Defense, Homeland, and the Baltimore City Police Department. The Silverback Chronicles podcast with Dre, Big H, and Triple C. Hit the subscribe button, like and comment.